I'm Shihab Ratansi in Washington. Here are the main stories from Al Jazeera. The head of the International Monetary Fund has warned that Greece's debt crisis could spread across Europe. Greece says it needs about $60 billion to pay its debts owed by May the 19th, and it's appealed to the IMF and European countries for a loan to cover that repayment. Germany has stepped in with an offer of help, and on Wednesday, Chancellor Angela Merkel said her country's loan could be approved within days. In Iraq, 2 suicide car bombers have killed at least 7 people in attacks on police checkpoints in Baghdad's mainly Shia Dura neighborhood. At least 10 people were also wounded. The first hearing of a Guantanamo Bay detainee under the Obama administration began on Wednesday. It's to determine what evidence will be admitted in the trial of 23-year-old Canadian citizen Omar Haddam. Haddam says he was tortured and forced into confessing that he used a grenade to kill a U.S. soldier. He's one of 6 detainees that the Obama administration designated for trial by a military tribunal. Al Jazeera's Monica Villamizar has more on the day's events.
We heard in court for around 3 or 4 hours. We saw Omar Khadr. We heard the arguments of that his defense team is going to pursue in the next days, and that is basically arguments aiming to suppress all the evidence that has been presented in the case against Omar Khadr. That is to say, the statements and videotapes that, according to the defense, were obtained either through torture, cruel and degrading punishment, or also through hearsay evidence, which is now being widely restricted by the new format of the military commissions under President Obama.
French President Nicolas Sarkozy has stressed the need for new UN sanctions against Iran during his trip to China. Sarkozy met Chinese leader Hu Jintao in Beijing. France, Britain and the US have been pressing for action against Tehran over its nuclear program. More than a dozen people have been killed in clashes between government troops and fighters in the Somalian capital. Residents say in one incident at least 11 people died when a mortar hit a house south of Mogadishu. There's much more on our website, aljazeera.net/English.